I was only doing that to make her nervous because some people don't like to go on live video. Hey everybody, I'm Jody Seeley with Our High River, and joining us today, I'm so excited. It's three blondes in a gazebo. I feel like we're going to have a lot of jokes going on, but we're here to talk about High River Food Connection and some cool food security and initiatives that are bubbling up and happening in the community. So ladies, thanks for coming to the gazebo of fun.
Thank you.
Yay. So first of all, I think when you hear something like food security, it sounds kind of intense. So can you break that down? Like what's the definition of food security? What does that mean?
Well, I'm going to read you this lovely definition.
Okay.
Food security exists when all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life. So really what that boils down to is making sure that everyone has a safe, consistent access to food that meets their cultural and dietary needs.
Yeah, and I think that if you're somebody who this is a challenge for, or somebody who is living that world, this makes a whole lot of sense. I think we have a very mixed population in our community, so there might be some people who go, really? Like, we have people who don't have food security in my community? I had no idea.
Right.
And what I think's really cool about this piece that we'll talk a little bit more about is that it's inclusive to everybody. No matter where you are on that scale, it doesn't matter. What matters is we can move together as a community and take care of each other as a community.
Absolutely, and food is something that impacts everyone. Everyone likes to eat, some of us more than others, but
like, she kind of pointed at Karen there, but it's cool.
Yeah, but food is just something that connects us all, and the Salvation Army fed 1,700 families last year in High River. And so there are those of us in our community that aren't food secure. So it's important that we all recognize that and we can all work together to try to make that better for some families.
So this is an initiative that's sort of spearheaded through Wild Rose Community Connections, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so how did you guys get involved?
Karen had previously worked for Wild Rose Community Connections. I was a new hire, and I'm just so excited about doing something related to food and food security. Well,
and I know that you're both people who are really involved in the community and love to give back, and so I'm excited to see some of the things that you guys are going to cook up.
Yeah.
Hey, we could have all these food puns.
Oh, we
I'm
totally
horrible
could.
with puns, I know. But so what are some of the things that are happening or in the works, in the plans that are kind of going on right now?
So, well, there's three prongs to our approach of how we're going to attack food security. So the first one is education. So educating people what food security is, what they can do to help, educating kids how to cook, anything to do with food education. The second one is reducing food insecurity itself. So we have a couple of initiatives that we're going to look at. One is a food rescue, partnering with the grocery stores and taking food that they normally would be throwing out and repackaging that and trying to get that back out to families.
Because that's an interesting education piece unto itself.
Absolutely.
How much food gets wasted in our world. Like,
yes.
It's kind of mind-boggling at the end of the day.
It is, and it's important to recognize that there's an education piece around best before dates and expiry dates and those types of things, and even education around how you can make your food last longer in your own fridge, because they say that the most amount of waste is actually coming from our homes.
My vegetable cupboard.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where the most amount of waste is.
Yes.
Because it's like,
Absolutely.
honestly, what?
Yes.
I thought I just got this cucumber as it drips out,
Yes,
right? Like,
truly.
So I love this because it's teaching a food security thing, but it's teaching just things that you don't, like, where do you read up on how to make your cucumber last or whatever it is? Like, this
Right.
is really cool.
Yeah, it is. And then the third thing that we're working on is social connectivity around food. So that can be collective kitchens or our healthy Kids in the Kitchen program that we're going to be running, and any, social aspects around food, because there are a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is fun. So, what do you want to chat about first? You want to talk about Kids in the Kitchen? What do you?
Yeah. So we decided that kids need to learn to cook.
Yes.
It's fun, and for some reason we've lost that ability to pass that on. So getting your kids in the kitchen, it's not just cooking. You're learning measuring, you're learning where food comes from, you're learning to be independent. So we're going to be running programs. The schools are on board with this. They're excited. Actually, Canada is the only G7 country to not have a national food program in its schools. Yeah. So, but our schools in High River are really on board. So let's teach kids how to cook. They can then be
Cook for us.
self-sufficient. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I like where this is going.
Slave labor
Yeah.
in your own home. Fantastic. But yeah, then kids can learn, and they want to learn how to measure food, and they'll eat more varied meals if they've prepared them themselves. So that's one thing. So that program starts. We want to do collective kitchens, speaking to moms in the community and dads and grandmas and granddads. They want to gather. So instead of doing a paint night, we'll be getting together, sharing the cooking, sharing the work, and making dishes to take home.
I love that.
Yeah, it'd be fun. And then we've got such a diverse community. We've got English recipes like toad in the hole.
Yes.
You know what that is.
Love it.
Love
This
it.
is my favorite.
Yeah, we fell out over this in a
Yeah.
nice way.
Yeah.
Sarah thinks toad in the hole is, what do you think?
A piece of toast with a hole cut into it and an egg put into it.
Right. That's toad in the hole for you.
And Karen is just disturbed by
Toad,
this.
toad in the hole is an English dish, and it's a big fluffy Yorkshire pudding with sausages. They're the toad in the hole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Yorkshire pudding? Like,
Exactly.
I want to sleep on a bed of Yorkshire
Oh,
pudding.
and we can do that, but it
Yeah.
would be a different
That's
collective
weird.
kitchen.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
won't maybe go into that today.
No, but again, so we have it-
Sausages in a Yorkshire. I
pudding.
wouldn't
It
have
does-
guessed that.
And
I'm
you
not
get,
gonna
you get an
lie.
onion gravy with it if you're doing it
Yeah.
properly. So again, English cuisine. We've got an amazing Filipino community here. Who doesn't want to eat some of their cuisine? Mexican.
And Mexican.
Oh, yeah.
So many cool
They're-
things.
they're on.
That's,
Yeah.
it's really neat.
So
oh, I love this. This is
eat-
going to be fun.
And every culture across the world, food is a part of it. So let's share some recipes, let's have some fun, and let's learn some new skills. And of course, we know if we cook things, it's a lot cheaper than dining out. So, it's good for the budget, it's good for the health, and it's good for your social connectivity.
I love that. Now, one thing I wanted to ask that I'm sure you'll speak on, but I know that during the school year, there's great programs like Food for Thought and the breakfast clubs and all of that kind of stuff. What happens over the summer for a lot of these kids that maybe need some of that extra snacking?
I didn't mention that, but please.
Sure. So we've partnered with the High River United Way Partnership, and we have put a fridge in the library. So there's going to be a fridge and shelves with healthy snacks, and so anyone can access that at any time. So if there's a kid out there that has been reliant on the food programs through the school year, doesn't have that, then they can come down there. Or it could be a mom whose toddler might be a little bit grumpy, and she can just grab a yogurt tube.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
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 Right? Just handy. I love that. So it's open and available during the hours of the library, which is fantastic.
It is. It's starting July 3rd.
July 3rd.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. And then you guys have also created this really cool resource. I can't remember the fancy name you gave it.
A food asset map.
Oh, a food asset map. Like, you wonder why I didn't remember that. I'm like, here's this graphy thing with stuff in it. What's this about?
There's a test later.
Yeah, right?
So this.
So really, what is this?
She's been rude, but come on.
I haven't been rude, just rude-ish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had noticed. So this food asset map is basically a list of all of the food resources in High River, from a cooking circle that's going on at the Baptist Church to the Good Food Box to the food bank. There are so many resources in High River, and sometimes people just don't know what resources there are and how to access them. So
Awesome.
here we go, and you can pick that up at the FCSS. We've tried to get it out to agencies, and we've also sent it home with kids from the schools.
Nice. Well, we'll see if we can get a copy of it posted on ourhighriver.com
Oh,
too.
perfect.
I think would be fantastic.
Great.
And then you guys have set up a Facebook group where people can connect about the resources, share ideas and recipes and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, so we're just getting going on that Facebook page, and we hope to have people post, recipes, or if they're going to start their own collective kitchen, or they have a resource that we may have missed, they're welcome to post it on that Facebook page, and we'll be monitoring that with eagle eyes and go from there.
Awesome. So it's called High River Food Connection.
Yes.
And we've tagged it on this Facebook video, so you can click on it right there. Come join the group. It's open to everybody in the community, which I think will also be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can share your toad in the hole recipe.
I might even put a picture on there.
Oh, fun. Pictures make everything better. We don't look at cookbooks really for the recipe. You're like,
No.
I want page 5.
Yeah, because yours
In my
never
belly.
looks like
Yeah.
that at the end.
No. It's like, ta-da! I think that would also be really fun to do, like, as you're trying new recipes. Do the, like, recipe version and then take a picture of
Yeah.
your, like, side by side it for us, because I think that's just fun.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
have
real
to look
life.
like Pinterest.
Like,
It has to be
like that
edible.
Pinterest fails
Yeah.
page, right?
Yeah.
That's my life. But that would be really fun to do on that page
That would be
too, I
fun.
think. It would be fun. So if people want to find out, you know, more about this, they want to get involved, the crows are coming.
Oh.
Like, did you?
They heard food.
I was like, it's not here. They want to maybe volunteer for one of these kitchens or something. How do they go about doing that?
So we are having a High River Food Alliance meeting on June 28th from 2 till 4.
1 week today.
Yes, at Wild Rose Community Connections, which is 509 1st Street Southwest. We're just kind of tucked in the back alley behind a river run through it. Anyone is welcome, and we're just going to hopefully, you know, talk about the resources that are in High River, get everyone's feedback on what they think maybe High River needs or is lacking, and just work together to increase food security.
I love it.
Because the Food
Awesome.
Alliance is not just about people that are struggling with food. We've visited other alliances with food, and the bigger picture is that we would end up having suppliers, growers, grocery stores, everybody with a connection to food. Because then if we can keep things in the community, that's far better for everybody. So, you know, if we're supporting our growers, then they're supporting us. So this will be big, hopefully.
Well, and nothing feels better, you know, when you come down to the farmer's market, or if you've visited a local farm and you know, like, okay, I've got, you know, these micronutrients from this place, and I've got my beets from here. Like, it feels so cool, and it's such a sense of community.
It is, truly.
So anybody that's interested, maybe there's people watching this who, like say, are fantastic cooks, and they're now not cooking for the family anymore, but they'd like to come and share some tips and tricks with us. We'd love it.
Please.
Absolutely.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, and moving forward, we will be looking for volunteers for a number of our initiatives. So if you are any way interested in volunteering, then let us know.
Yeah, make sure you download that volunteer app, the Our High River app, because they will be posting those volunteer opportunities in there.
And I'm
Won't you?
particularly looking for anybody with ethnic cooking skills. So anybody that can do some Mexican cuisine, some Filipino cuisine. Obviously, English is taken care of.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, well. Heaven forbid.
No, but anything just different.
Yeah.
Because people like it, but we just don't know how to cook it.
Well, exactly, and you have no idea when you look at a lot of the ingredients. Like, we're so blessed because we have this rich culture in our community. We have it in our grocery stores, and then you're like, I wonder what that
That's
is,
cool.
or what you do with it.
Yeah.
Like, it would be so fun
Yeah.
to learn about that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, very cool. All right, well, ladies, thank you for coming to join us today.
Thanks for having us.
And make sure you head over and join the High River Food Connections group. Bye.